Well, hello and welcome back yet again to the Tao Daily Tarot. Thank you very much for being here. I can't express my gratitude for your support and your continued support. Thank you very much. Whether you're a first timer, long timer, cross watcher, makes no difference. I'm here for you to help do a reading in the Tao tradition that is very simple, very basic, very clean, very understandable, and very usable. Alrighty, so what makes this different from other tarot readings? First of all, it's archetypal. I use no more than 10 cards from 4 different decks. Basic, 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 okay? Easy to understand. Secondly, I do not predict. I talk about energies, frequencies that are around you at this time. You can tap in, tap out, your choice, but you are in control always. This reading is about you, for you. And I do something called the Hyper Shuffle. I will show you that in a moment, and I try to get the read in about a 10-minute window, maybe 11, sometimes 12. But I realize that you're busy, and a 10-minute reading every day, because I do a brand new reading every day, a 10-minute reading you can easily fit into your busy day. It's simple, understandable, and it's empowering to you. Remember, you come first. Alrighty, so I talked about the Hyper Shuffle. Let me show you. And there you go. There is the proverbial Hyper Shuffle. Let's get to the reading here, Tao Daily Tarot, and we begin with the frequency focus on this reading, and that is tick-tock. Very important. I've been really emphasizing every day the importance of October, because October sets the clock. You are beginning on a journey right now. We got 4 planets going forward. We got the full moon. In fact, coming up in just about a week or so, a little bit less, we're going to have Jupiter going direct, Mercury finally going direct, and the full moon, all happening at around the same time. This is a huge month. This is beginning over the next 6 months, maybe year. Things are going to start to speed up. Things are going to become more obvious. Things are going to become more real, more understandable. We will pull the curtain back, and that clock is ticking. The full moon, I think, will be the start of all of it, and away we go. So you still have a little while. Prepare yourself. And that means focusing on what you have, not what you've lost. The past year or two, or maybe longer for some people, you have had things that you love taken away from you. And certainly in the last year or two, we've had a way of life taken away from us. And rather than focusing on that, focus on the one cup remaining, the gift from the universe, the gift from God, the positivity. It's out there. That is part of your journey. Tick-tock, the journey begins. That's part of your journey. Find this positive cup, this loving cup. Very important. And you won't have to look very far. But this is still a great time for the next week up till the full moon. Rest your head. Get away from the negativity. Get away from what you've been thinking, what you've been told. Stop the brain as best you can. Probably put some meditation in, maybe a walk in nature, something like that. But give your head a break. That is not the part of you that needs the work or that's going to be helpful at this point. Okay? Tick-tock. Give your head a break. You're coming to it. And you know, just a moment ago, I showed you the 4 of Cups. How you're focusing on what you've lost, not on what is possible. And what is possible is essential. Loving yourself. That's what the Ace of Cups is for me. It's not a question of loving other people. It's a question of loving yourself first. If your cup runneth over, you can give love away to other people. If you do not have a cup that is filled, you cannot graciously give love. If it ain't there, you got nothing to give. Love yourself. And that's really what the 4 of Cups has been talking about. Rather than focus on what's been taken away, focus on loving yourself, appreciating yourself, seeing your potential. Because the last year or two has really put you in a corner to the point where you are now saying, you know what? I think I'm done. I think I'm I'm going to fight back. And it doesn't mean actual physical fighting. It means intellectually, emotionally fighting for you, loving you, fighting for your value, your worth. And speaking of that, we come to the Nine of Pentacles. Been getting this, not particular card, the Nine of Pentacles from different decks, but been getting it probably for the past week or so, almost every day. What is the Nine of Pentacles all about? Self-worth, self-knowing. This gal depends on no one. She knows her own worth. She knows her own value. And because of that, she's rich. May not be in money, but it may be in the things that life is really made of. And she has a very strong image of herself. And that's really what you're working on right now, because that's what's going to take you through the next 6 months, maybe year, maybe longer. And of course, here we have the Four of Pentacles. Here again, emphasizing the idea of value, of worth. It was like the Four of Cups. You know, rather than focusing on the three that he lost, he should focus on self-love, appreciating himself. The Four of Pentacles says he does. He values himself. Remember, pentacles are things that you value. They're not necessarily money. They could be good health. They could be friends. They could be milk chocolate. Doesn't make any difference. But it's what you value. And at this point, your value system should be trimmed down to the bare essentials. And again, we go back with the Four of Cups. The idea that you're focusing on what you don't have as opposed to what you can have. And that's just a reminder. Tick-tock, time is missing. Time is going. You have to get ready, and I'm thinking the full moon is the cutoff point. That moment, probably the full moon or around that full moon, you will come to some sort of a tower moment. I don't think it's heavy duty, but it will get your attention, unquestionably. And that will move you forward. You may have a difficult time in the next week trying to prepare for the tick-tock moment coming up at the full moon. But this tower moment will get you back on track and will get you to wanting to connect again on an emotional level, wanting to be part again, wanting to just feel like you belong. That's what the Three of Cups is all about. You can belong. You're there. You're sharing. You're having a full life experience. But remember, between now and the full moon, that's your tick-tock moment. That's when you have to have this stuff in line, because we are going to begin a very interesting journey that will test our mettle. Alrighty, that's a great read. Love it. Please share, subscribe, and of course, make sure that you like it. You know, the old 2 thumbs up thing. Still don't have it, but sort of do. Alrighty, good. So that is the reading. This should empower you. This should get you fired up. It's another strong reading for an extremely strong month. So between now and the next time you and I have a chance to sit down and talk tarot together, which I'm hoping is tomorrow, but even if it's not, between now and the next time, blessings.